So I suppose, having mentioned I got the travel bug from having done Australia and then all the places I mentioned in the previous video, I wanted to push myself that bit more. And in some ways, this is the great thing, that as soon as you've done something that a little bit more difficult and you've had that doubts of the challenge, and then you get the adrenaline of doing it and the worries of what may go wrong, the feeling of achievement and success when you've done it is really cool. And so to be able to go from international travel to something even bigger and better like adventures, then I think there's something really, really amazing to have that. But I'd also caveat it as well that maybe there does come a point where you really can't push yourself anymore. And I think that's probably why I then feel that Module 4 is so important, where you can start to turn all of these rich experiences that we're creating and talking about here into your work and your contribution. So that's the connection of the two modules. But to pick up on some of the adventures that I've done, most famously would be the scuba diving in Tenerife, where I practiced in the swimming pool, and I was able to learn how to tell the instructor if I was not feeling very comfortable, or even the breathing apparatus wasn't too good. And I guess that was that little step forward to realise that it was possible. And then a couple of days later, I was literally sort of squeezed into this wetsuit and then carried all the way down the beach, which was a bit of a weird feeling on my back, looking up to the sky with these two strange guys taking me out to sea. But once I got under the water and the tranquility and all of the different sort of boats down on the bottom of the scene in Tenerife, I'm not quite sure there were so many kind of shipwrecks, but it certainly made for very nice viewing and all the colourful fishes. And you can imagine it was a really, really cool thing to have done. And again, something to kind of tick off and say, yep, scuba diving was done. Some other things would be flying the plane over Stonehenge. I did skiing down the La Molina mountain in Catalonia, husky dog sledging in Finland in minus 32 degrees. So really, again, it comes back to the fact that with my minimal physical ability, I was still able to research and plan and find the right equipment and the right people to make all of these quite, difficult and adrenaline junkied adventures possible. And so I just come back to the same point again and again and again, that it's about always having these really rich experiences, because at the end of the day, that's what life's about. It's about having the enjoyment and connecting with other people while you do them, and then sharing them in other ways that we're coming on to in the next module.